Good morning, dear students. So now from exercise 7.2, I am taking question number 20. Okay. Sorry, question number 19. Let us solve 19. Then we'll go to question number 20. Okay. So here in this question, dear students, if we divide, thus you see, we have to convert it into a standard form. Standard form means whose antiderivative you can say easily. For that, we can do one thing here. Just you see, e to the power of twice x. If you take the differentiation of addition also, you will not get exactly addition because each derivative is not addition exactly, because minus 1 will disappear from here. It will become 0. So you will not get plus 1 again here. So then we can do one thing. If we divide all these terms by e to the power of x, just it means, or you take common, e to the power of x is common, then what will be here? Another e to the power of x minus what will be here? Since it was 1, so e to the power of minus x you have to write, because e to the power of plus x into e to the power of minus x will give you 1, because minus plus x minus x will be 0, e to the power of 0 will be 1, divided by, same way here also you take e to the power of x as a common factor, then it will be e to the power of x plus e to the power of minus x. Okay. Now dear students, if we cancel, this is with respect to x, so e to the power of x cancel. Now suppose we substitute this e to the power of x plus e to the power of minus x by t, suppose. Now we suppose that e to the power of x plus e to the power of minus x be equal to t, then d by dx of e to the power of x plus e to the power of minus x will be equal to dt by dx. Then its derivative will be e to the power of x minus e to the power of minus x. So into dx is equal to dt. Now we can substitute this dt we can substitute here, means for this whole thing we can write dt here, just you see. So now this is about 1, therefore 1 gives us that integration of e to the power of x minus e to the power of minus x into dx is equal to dt. So it will be dt over this whole thing is what? T. So t. So then integration of this one will be 1 by t is log of t plus c, because antiderivative of t 1 by t is log of t, because derivative of t is derivative of log t is 1 by t, no? So that way you can say log of, in absolute value sign you have to write e to the power of x plus, because whenever we talk about logarithm, we talk about the logarithmic value of positive numbers only, no? So this is the answer. Okay dear students, this is the answer. Now I think you got the idea, concept regarding question number 20, because similar to this only, here directly you can take this down part as t, and after that you can take the derivative of this one, and you will get the derivative this one as the derivative, and some constants may be there, but that you can keep aside. Okay, you will be able to solve 20 that way. Let us go to question number 21. 21 is what? 10 square twice x minus 3. No? Suppose we consider twice x minus 3, twice x minus 3 is equal to t, then d by dx of twice x minus 3 will be equal to dt by dx. Then it will be 2, because it's 0, so it will be equal to dt by dx. Then dx comes here, suppose, then dx is equal to 2 goes there, then it will be dt by 2. So therefore integration of 10 square twice x minus 3 into dx now can be written as substituted like this: 10 square, for this you write t, and for dx you write dt by 2, dt by 2, or you can write it like this: half integration of 10 square t dt. So you know 10 squares directly you don't get antiderivative, because 10 square is not a derivative of any trigonometric ratio. But you can change it into sec square, writing this a half integration of sec square t minus 1 dt. After that, half, then integration of sec square is equal to tan t, because tan's derivative is sec square, tan t, and this integration of just dt, because it is minus dt, no? So you can think like this also, integration of sec square t minus integration of dt, that is equal to t plus c, or say c1. So now we can change it into another new constant by multiplying by half here. So we will write like this, half into tan t. T stand for what? Twice x minus 3. Substitute here, twice x minus 3. No? Then minus half into again t. T is what? Twice x minus 3. Then half into c1 is equal to another new constant, say c. This is our answer. Okay, dear students? This will be the answer. Look at question number 23. Here what you can do, if you recall, the derivative of d dx of sine inverse x was equal to 1 by under root 1 minus x square. That means its antiderivative can be this one. So if we consider this one as t, suppose, we can express this whole thing as like this. Suppose I consider sine inverse x as t, then we can write d by dx of sine inverse x is equal to dt on dx. Okay, dt on dx. Therefore 1 by under root 1 minus x square is equal to dt by dx. dt by dx. So here it is, dx you take in this side, dx by under root 1 minus x square is equal to dt. Okay, so now here, therefore integration of sine inverse x divided by 1 minus x square dx. So the integration of sine inverse x is what? T. Then dx by under root this one is equal is dt. Substituting this one, dt is equal to dx by under root 1 minus x square. So dx by under root 1 minus x square is dt. So that is, now it can be written as t square by 2 plus c, and t actually represents what? Sine inverse x. So we can write here sine inverse x whole square by 2 plus c. This is our answer. Okay, dear students? Question number 24, you see. Question number 24. Here also, if one portion, as you see the denominator, if you differentiate denominator, you will get numerator. And denominator you should suppose as t, a new variable. Means you substitute this denominator by a new variable, say t. So I consider, suppose this denominator as t. Let 6 cos x plus 4 sin x be t. So then, taking the derivative of both sides, differentiating with respect to x, we will get here minus 6 sin x, because derivative of cos x is minus sin x, plus 4 cos x, derivative of cos x is sin x, and sin x is, sorry, cos x is minus sin x and sin x is cos x, and then here it will be dt over dx. So from this what you can say, that is, if we take a 2 common here, then it will be 2 cos x, no, and this will be 2 cos x, and this will be minus 3 sin x is equal to dt over dx. So then from here what you can say, These 2 also, if we take to that side, and then 2 cos x minus 3 sin x into dx is equal to, this 2 goes there, so it will be dt by 2. It will be dt by 2. So then what you can do for this 2 cos x minus 3 sin x into dx, we can write it as dt by 2. So our original problem was like this. So now we can do this way: integration of 2 cos x minus 3 sin x by 6 cos x plus 4 sin x into dx now can be written as, so you can say here now like this. So you can write it as dx by this whole thing, dx by this whole thing. That means this dx into 2 sin cos x minus 3 sin x, 2 cos x minus 3 sin x into dx is equal to dt by 2, and this is t only, so it will be 1 by t into dt by 2. Okay, so now we'll get 1 by 2 as a addition constant number, it is a coefficient now, so dt by t. Then you can write now 1 by 2 into log of t plus c, because 1 by t log of t, t stand for 6 cos x plus 4 sin x, 4 sin x plus constant c. This is our answer. Okay, dear students. Question number 25 is, dear students, 1 by cos square x into 1 minus tan x the whole square. Okay, here you see, dear students, this 1 by cos square x, it is equal to sec square x, so integration of, we can write here sec square x, down there 1 minus tan x, there 1 minus tan x whole square dx. So now if we take this 1 minus tan x as, say, t, suppose, let us consider 1 minus, here you see there is no fixed rule that to solve the given problem. You have to observe the terms, observe the factors. If you take the derivative of one, then if you get the other one, then that is substitution. So you have to substitute. Now I am thinking like this, because tan x, its derivative is what? Sec square. So if I take it as, suppose, t, no, then it will be like this: d by dx of 1 minus tan x is equal to dt on dx, dt on dx. So then what shall I get here? Its derivative is minus sec square x, no, and it is dt by dx. So from here what you can say, that sec square x dx is equal to minus dt, because minus sign again that side. So the original problem now it will look like this: integration of 1 by cos square x, 1 by cos square x into 1 minus tan x the whole square dx can be written as now integration of, so I am writing here now, so integration of, we can write it as sec square x divided by 1 minus tan x the whole square dx. So is equal to integration of sec square x dx. Sec square x dx is minus dt divided by 1 minus tan x. 1 minus tan x is t, so t square. Okay, then you can write it as minus integration of dt by t square. Okay, then it is equal to minus integration of t square, 1 by t square, you can write it as t to the power of minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 plus c. Now it will give us minus, t stand for 1 minus tan x, so you can write it as 1 minus tan x to the power of minus 1 divided by minus 1, this minus cancel, plus c. So it will ultimately give us 1 by 1 minus 10x plus c. This is our answer. Okay, dear students. Look at question number 29. It is cot x into log sin x. Okay, dear students. If we consider here this log sin x as t, suppose we substitute log sin x by t, then d by dx of log sin x is equal to dt on dx. And as you know, by taking derivative by chain rule, it will be 1 by sin x first, no? Because the derivative of log something is always 1 by that variable into, again by chain rule, ddx of sin x is cos x is equal to dt by dx. So cos x by sin x is cot x, and this dx comes here, dx is equal to dt. Now the original problem can be written like this, that dt by integration of cot x log sin x dx is equal to integration of cot x dx. Cot x dx can be written as dt. So log sin x is t. This is considered as t. So you can write cot x dx as dt and this one as t. So t dt, because this is t we have considered, and cot x dx is dt. So then it will be t square plus t square by 2 plus c, and t stand for what? Log sin x. Log sin x the whole square by 2 plus c. This is our answer. Okay, dear students.